Courtside Show presented by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn Hot Springs. And the rest of the regular season schedule, after you're at South Carolina, at Vandy for a real late tip on Tuesday night, and then Saturday you close out the season in Bud Walton Arena against Mississippi State. You know the Bud's going to be rocking, and if you have a chance to get to 9-9 and a chance to get that bye into the second round of the SEC tournament, it will be a very high-stakes game indeed. That'll do it for us, for Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman out at the Bud, calling this great 86-81 overtime win over Texas. I'm Zach DeBozart here in the Learfield Network studios. Enjoy what's left of your Wednesday. Hope you don't have work too early tomorrow morning, Arkansas, and we'll see you on Saturday for more hoops here on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, you've been listening to the Sonic Postgame Show. Sonic has proudly sponsored Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. University of Arkansas basketball has also been sponsored by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas. By UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org. By Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. West Rock Coffee. Produced right here in Arkansas, West Rock is proud to be the official coffee sponsor of the Razorbacks. By Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. By Summit Utilities, delivering natural gas to Razorback fans all across Arkansas. Arkansas Heart Hospital, dedicated to your heart. Ballpark, proud to be the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. By Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Harps, quality foods, hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. The Arkansas Department of Health. Quit tobacco. We can help. By SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Razorback Athletics. Edward Jones. Find a financial advisor near you at edwardjones.com. By Roller Funeral Homes. For 3 generations, the Razorback Nation has trusted the Roller family to serve yours with all our respect. Kubota. For Earth, for life. Highland Dairy. Locally made, naturally delicious. By your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. The University of Arkansas Online, offering flexible degree programs. Apply now at online.uark.edu. By Qual Choice Health Insurance, the quality choice for health insurance. Keep it simple with Qual Choice. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, reliable, affordable, responsible power. By Baptist Health, Arkansas's largest and most comprehensive health system. Greenway Equipment, for equipment that works as hard as you do. Regions Bank. Regions, the official bank of the SEC. And by Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Razorback fans. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Razorback Sports Network.
This is Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes.
Hogs in the half court now. Thero way out on the floor, left side, away to Big Z. Going to force a 3, and it's good from about 28 feet.
Hog Reaction is also presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We say what we want. I wanted to make sure they weren't happy we're going to be okay. No. If we won that game, we're in the tournament. So it's not okay to say we'll be all right. Now, you're going to have to go get somebody else.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Tune in to Hog Reaction after every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN Arkansas.
And that's exactly what the Razorbacks did tonight. They got somebody else. Everybody can take a big, deep breath. Arkansas hangs on in overtime, 86-81 over the Texas Longhorns. Christian Johnston here with Matt Jones as we're getting set to break down an incredible game, Matt. What a game. Arkansas seemed to be in control of this thing throughout. I mean, they were really. Texas led 3-0 and then took a late 1-point lead at the end of regulation. Arkansas was able to tie it up and send it into overtime. But, man, what looked to be like an easy win was nothing but.
Christian, good to be here with you this evening. Man, what a battle this team fought. So, no easy wins in the SEC this year. They played 7 guys, and everybody played more than 20 minutes. Everybody made multiple baskets. I mean, what just a total team effort tonight.
Yeah, and a team effort. You were down Adu Thiero, and Big Z again had another great performance. 18 points on the night. Yeah, had 5 guys in double figures again, and without a guy like Thiero, you've got to have those 7 guys contribute and stay on the floor. And another thing that we talked about after the last game, we knew Richmond would have to step up, Brazile, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, Brazile scored the first 6 points for the Razorbacks, hitting 2 3-pointers, and that's what we all want to see out of Brazile. We all know he's capable of that. Billy Richmond, 6 points on the game, did not foul out. Nobody fouled out for the Razorbacks, and the 5 players that scored in double figures, Trevin Brazile with 12, and Carter Knox also had 12. Zavona Mirovicic with 18 points. John L. Davis had 14, and DJ Wagner with 16, and Jonas Adu, another guy that we knew would have to step up, did just that tonight with 8 points and did some great things on the defensive end. He's really got that hook shot down, Matt.
Yeah, man, he's got some talent, that's for sure, and it seems that his foot's feeling a little bit better because he's definitely looking a little more springy. I thought our defense, I thought we contested and protected the hoop early well. You kind of knew Texas was going to make a run. I mean, you got to tip your hat to that freshman phenom, Trey Johnson. He was unconscious there for a little bit, and you're trying to do – I mean, Nelly – I thought for the most part Nelly's doing his thing on him. Nelly's our best on-ball defender like that. And then again, this Hog team able to make some free throws late, and we did enough. We did enough as a big win.
Yeah, that freshman Trey Johnson, 39 points. And he's a high-volume shooter. He's going to take a lot of shots, and I think he made about half of his shots from the field. Yeah, he was 14 of 28. That's 50% exactly. And the 3-point line, 7 for 11, and Texas really needed every bit of that tonight, and it still was not enough. Didn't really get a whole lot of production from anybody else. Arthur Kaluma had 13, and Shedrick had 12, but despite the low scoring production from those players, Texas was ahead by 1 point late in the game. I mean, with a minute to go, and DJ Wagner drives to the hoop when it seemed like Arkansas was just dying for a bucket and drew the foul, made one of the free throws, and then Texas had a shot there at the end of regulation, missed it, and Arkansas played really well in overtime. They got down by 3. Trey Johnson hit a 3, but it was Big Z and Wagner kind of carrying them in that overtime, and 86-81 was the final score. Matt, what did you notice out of this team, the way they played without a guy like Adu Thiero? They mentioned it on the broadcast tonight. It's like this team seems to play a little bit better when they're shorter in numbers, and they said, well, that could be due to the fact that you're not looking over your shoulder kind of waiting to be checked out of the game. These guys had to play pretty much all game. When you've only got 7 players to work with, that puts a lot of pressure on these guys. And tonight they really answered the bell. Trevin Brazile was a guy that we kind of were wondering if he was going to be able to make that leap. And tonight I feel like he did that.
Brazile hit a couple shots early on. I thought late they did a really good job of getting Nelly Davis to the free throw line. He's our best free throw shooter, so late in the game understanding what's going on. Big Z with some big shots. How about that play Oh, there's about 47 seconds left, and we call the play to get the ball to the free throw line extended to Carter Knox, and he's able to do a little one hop, a couple dribbles, takes it to the hoop, uncontested layup. I mean, that was a big play by the freshman late in the game. You could tell that was something coach had drawn up. Trevin Brazile, something I'd brought up earlier today on halftime was, if you notice earlier in the year, Trevin Brazile would have 2 monster putback dunks a game. He had one of those tonight. Yes. Somebody misses one, he comes flying in out of nowhere. That's what you want. I mean, that's the potential's there. You can see his God-given ability, and hopefully you just hope sometimes if he can see it as well.
Yeah, he did a really good job contesting shots and playing really well on the defensive end. And I'll mention this real quick before we go to a break. Tremont Mark, again, with a poor performance against his former team. That's, I don't know. You could chalk that up to maybe pressing a little bit, trying to do too much, but he was, I think, 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line with, I believe, 2 points. That's not the big story, but I thought that was interesting because a guy like Tremont Mark, if he gives you just a little bit more than that, Texas may win this game. I mean, we know what he's capable of. We've seen it. And he just doesn't look like the same player that he was at Arkansas.
Not really that impressed with Texas basketball. I'll be honest with you. They got a couple guys that are big, couple guys that are tall, maybe athletic, couple guys that can do 1 or 2 things.
Can't really shoot that well, other than Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah, Johnson, their only really shooter, but they do things well. They play defense, and they made a run late at the end of the regulation. Arkansas was up 12, and that lead quickly evaporated, as we all know, and there was a little bit of drama in overtime with a intentional foul on Jonas Adu that kind of iced the game for the Razorbacks. But a happy ending tonight as Arkansas wins 86-81 in overtime, 17-11 overall, 6-9 in the conference. Still got some work ahead of you, but this was one you had to get. I believe you go to South Carolina on Saturday. We've got a lot to get to. It's Hog Reaction with Christian Johnston and Matt Jones. We're brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback, and Sawyer's Sunrooms. You can give us a call at 877-377-6963, and we will be right back.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot. So cool that one down.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyer's has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyer's and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyer's, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith, or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Looking for a new home in the heart of Northwest Arkansas? Head to the Cottage at the Park. These beautiful homes by Buffington have direct access to a 120-acre park and offer maintenance-free yards. That means free time can be spent watching the hogs, traveling, playing in the park, or just enjoying a weekend without yard work. For relaxed living at its finest, Cottage at the Park is the best move you'll make. Visit BuffingtonHomesAR.com/hogradio for details.
At Central Hydraulic in Fort Smith, the work doesn't just stop when the temperature drops. We're your go-to service provider. Be sure to prep your machine and stay ahead of the frost and costly damage. Still using summer oil? Winter-friendly oil is the weapon your machine needs. Be sure to get an oil change. Check your hydraulic fluid, fuel prep, and battery check. For all these services needed in the cold weather months, come see Central Hydraulic for all your hydraulic needs at 6104 Highway 271 South, or call at 479-646-0571. Central Hydraulic, your service provider.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Family, that's what sets us apart. Crabtree RV Center, founded in 1950 by E.J. and Allen Crabtree, family owned and operated, serving Arkansas for 74 years.
I've been working full-time here at Crabtree RV since 1996 after graduating from the University of Arkansas, where I'm proud to carry on my grandparents' legacy.
I know if Mom and Dad could see Crabtree RVs today, they would be so proud.
Crabtree RV Center in Alma, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Forest Grid Incorporated, a company known for paying top wages and benefits, has immediate openings for equipment operators, pipe layers, concrete finishers, and laborers. For nearly 90 years, Forest Grid has built the foundations of the River Valley, and now you can become a part of that legacy. Apply now from any device at GoForestGrid.com. That's GoForestGrid.com. Do you finally want to get paid well for your work? Do you want to work for a company that treats you like family? Apply now at GoForestGrid.com. Forest Grid Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
If you live near Alex, Alma, Branch, Bloomer, Mountain Burg, or Ozark, Wave Rural Connect Internet may be available to you right now. Wave is now serving a few non-member areas and adding more in the coming months. Check availability online. Sign up.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
They bounce it low to Adu. The Aggies double. Hogs reverse it. Left side. Knocks it up.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Wagner ahead to Richmond. Billy with a throwdown.
Hog Reaction is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. This is Hog Reaction.
Arkansas with the 86-81 victory over the Texas Longhorns. A hard-earned victory. Went all the way to overtime, Matt. And I don't think I saw that coming, just kind of the way the game was going at first. But you got to give credit to Texas. You know, they had a lot to play for in this game. And, you know, realistically, they could make it in the tournament, I'm sure. But they're going to have to pick up some quality wins to end their season. And Arkansas, not solidly in the tournament by any means, with 3 games to go. But this was a good win. They had to get it, really, on their home floor. Now that's 2 in a row over Missouri, now Texas. And, you know, you had to do it without one of your main players tonight in Adu Thiero, which they kind of said on the broadcast something about his knee, actually, and he was having it looked at. And after the game, Big Z actually spoke about Adu.
Amazing. We called Adu right after the win. He was happy. You know, we were celebrating with him. But now when Thiero is out, everybody had to step up. But literally everybody, because we got 7 players now. You know, we can't foul. You know, we can't make dumb mistakes. So I think we executed the plan pretty good.
Matt, I know you've probably never been on a team that's only played 7 players, but can you imagine how tough that would be? I mean, just not having a whole lot of depth and just having to play a lot of minutes. I'm sure they all are happy about playing basketball, but that's tough on your body, man.
The only mistakes they can make are grammar mistakes. The thing about having 7 guys, and these are, don't act like these guys aren't good. I mean,
Right.
these 7 guys, there was 2 more if you look at 3 and Boogie that would be out there, but the 7 guys can go. I mean, all 7 of those guys would be starting for a lot of teams or be in a lot of teams' rotation. I mean, there's talent. You know, you look at Billy Richmond and Carter Knox and I mean, they're freshman phenoms, really, and it's tough. It's the game has changed, and it's changed over the last 7-8 years, and now with the NIL money, because you look at how deep and how veteran and mature that the SEC is. There's a lot of older upperclassmen talent, but there's not a lot of NBA talent. So it's kind of you can go play in the SEC and make a lot of money and go through a college off season and work on your frame, your form, and get better. And that's what you're seeing now as far as, you can be a freshman and play good, but it's just so tough to win with a lot of freshmen. You have to have guys that have been through a couple college off season. Now Texas' best player is a freshman. You know, you look around. I was not impressed with Texas as a team. I don't even think they're well coached. I mean, they have a couple plays and then they have a couple guys that can be athletic, but it was just like, you know, I don't even know if they want to be there. So you tip your hat to this Razorback team, and hey, that's another one in the W column, and South Carolina's going to be feeling good, and that's where you're going next. So go back, watch some film, and get off your feet. But when you're 21, when you're 19 years old, man, you can play all day.
Yeah, and tonight, that's exactly what
you just can't foul out or get hurt. You know, there's just you set yourself up for your room for error is so small, it's so minute that you really one or two things, if they don't go your way, then you're going to be behind it for the rest of the day.
And you're exactly right, Matt. And one thing, you're speaking about these freshmen, we know how talented they are, but this team is learning how to win close games now. And I mean, for the most part, this game wasn't that close. I mean, Arkansas it seemed like they were up at least 10 throughout the entire game, and then at the end it got close. But that's typically when this team kind of folds a little bit, but not so much anymore. We saw that with Missouri and now Texas. Arkansas went on a drought late in the game and hit a free throw. Luckily, Wagner hit a free throw to send it into overtime, but that overtime period can be a little tricky because it seemed like Texas kind of had all the momentum. I know you're at home and you have the crowd and all that, but Texas had the momentum, and Johnson was heating up, and like you said, Matt, Texas didn't execute as well as they probably should have, but you can credit that to Arkansas as well. But I think Arkansas got a little bit tired at the end, but they made enough plays and fought through it, and at this point, you'll take them how you can get them. I mean, because you need every win, and you've only got 3 games to go. And even at a team like South Carolina, you'll take a win any way you can get it or on Saturday.
Texas closed the second half on a 26-12 run. What happened in the second half was Trey Johnson, and he's on scholarship too. That's $1 million player next year in the SEC. He got a couple open looks, uncontested, and when I say uncontested with him, that means if you're not within a foot of him, it's uncontested. Like you have to be up on him or it's uncontested. He got a couple of those early in the second half, and then that gave him confidence. And then he's hitting shuffle step back threes to the left, crow hop. He's doing his thing, but he's in rhythm. And so when you give somebody that's that talented, he gets a little confidence. Man, that hoop looks huge, and it's probably a good thing he didn't go into another overtime, because the way he was playing, he was on fire.
Yes, and he kind of did that in the first game against Texas. He kind of got going late. Arkansas was able to hold on, but yeah, I mean, Arkansas really tonight just found a way to win, and I think you got to credit that to just the preparation. This coaching staff has done really good. Sometimes it's hard to remember that, but it's just, they've dealt with a lot so far this year, and they're right there with a chance to make the tournament in a tough league. They're inching closer to 500 in the league. If they can somehow get to 9-9, Matt, I was hearing before we came on that that's a huge deal to get to even 500 in this conference.
What do we got? 4 games left.
Three
games left. You finish with Mississippi State. You go South Carolina, Vanderbilt on the road, then home Mississippi State. So the truth is, when you look at those 3 teams, we're more athletic. Now we only have 7 guys now. Maybe 3 comes back. So athletically, we match up with those guys. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I really think 7-11 gets you in. So you find a way to win, just protect home court or beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and you're going dancing.
All right, it's Hog Reaction. Matt Jones and myself, Christian Johnston, here with you, breaking it all down. Arkansas got the win tonight, 86-81 over the Texas Longhorns in overtime. We still got some time tonight. We're here for at least another hour to break this down. If you want to call in and give your thoughts, 877-377-6963. It's Hog Reaction. We're brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Buffington Homes.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
It's the Salesman Showdown at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw. Never seen a sale like this. Troy, you're pulling out all the stops, and so are your salespeople this month.
Yes, definitely. Tommy, I've been telling everybody we are taking deals from now until the end of the month that we've never taken before. These sales guys, they're competing. They're doing everything that they can to earn your business. It is the Salesman Showdown. I mean, heck, first place gets a vacation and a gift card. We're giving away 75-inch TV, a big tool set. I mean, they really are. They are doing everything that they can to earn your business. So come down here and see us. One of the big things we're doing right now, maximize your tax return. We are going to be matching your down payment up to $1,500. So if you've got, let's say you just got $500, that turns into $1,000. $1,000's 2, and $1,500 turns into 3. So come and see us.
All right, it's the Salesman Showdown. We're going to be telling you more. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw, and online at harryrobinson.com.
Happy New Year from Sharp Equipment. Come on over to the new Sharp Equipment today and explore what all Sharp has to offer. From our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Neuson dealer to customized hydraulic and industrial hoses, equipment repairs, and as a Cinnabogan authorized service provider, we're able to offer even more. Stop in to check out the new location at 5608 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-649-0500 to see how at Sharp Equipment we help you move more than just the world. We help you move forward. Sharp Equipment, your Wacker Neuson dealer.
Doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals are just people. They've got their lives and families same as you and me. But what happens when big hospitals and insurance companies ask too much of them and make them work too many hours without enough help? You can only stretch something so far before it breaks and people get hurt or even die. That's where I come in. If the healthcare system in our area has hurt you or someone you love, call me. Together, let's make them do healthcare better. I'm Phil Votaw, and you've never met a lawyer like me.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
The Newmeyer family is a mainstay in Fort Smith, and their newest restaurant, the Whippoorwill, has so much to offer. Friday night catfish, good. Tuesday nights, kids 10 and under eat free with an adult meal purchase. Don't forget about Whippoorwill for every Hogs game with their massive projection screen. For catering options, call 479-769-2095. Newmeyer's Whippoorwill Restaurant, now a part of the Newmeyer family.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
We all plan to be on time, but fender bending, damaged windshields, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren.
They bounce it low to Adu. The Aggies double. Hogs reverse it. Left side. Knox is up.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Wagner ahead to Richmond. Billy with a throwdown.
Hog Reaction is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. This is Hog Reaction.
Yes, it is. Christian Johnston here with Matt Jones as we are breaking down the win against the Texas Longhorns, 86-81. In overtime, it was an exciting game, maybe the most exciting game of the year. And at this time, it's crunch time, and Arkansas found a way to win. It was a lot harder than we all wanted it to be, but a win nonetheless. And Arkansas... What's up?
Unit, what do you think about a player of a game when you're looking at this Razorback team? Like, if there's any callers out there that want to call in, and who was the player that, because we talked about how balanced it was, and we get that, but who do you think in your mind it's like who would have been like the man of the match?
Man, I think it's hard to say anybody but Big Z, but I tell you what, DJ Wagner was just as important tonight. Like you said, it was an all-around team effort, but I think everything kind of goes as Big Z goes. 18 points. I mean, that's another solid game. And when he doesn't play well, this team usually doesn't win. And you talked about callers' thoughts. We've got a couple on the line.
There we go.
We definitely want to hear from them. Me and Matt have kind of given our first initial thoughts. And first of all, let's go to Cecil. Cecil, what's up, man? What'd you think about the game?
What happened? Oh, okay. I'm on. Okay. Oh, man. Hey, look. Well, this is a deja vu because I'm just landing in the fort. Last time I called in, just getting here. Man, we played a good game, and we Brazil. I take my hat off to Brazil because I know Brazil could play. I've been taking up for Big C in Brazil all season. And I think the reason, I think it's like a mental thing with Brazil. He doesn't play many minutes, and when he go in there, he want to perform really well, and sometimes it don't go like the way he wanted to go, and he just kind of like, he presses. So today he had a lot of time to play basketball. He was rebounding. He was making his shots. He did good. And I know Brazil could shoot outside also, too. So, everybody stepped up. Adu, I take my hat off. He had, 6 points, 4 or 5 rebounds. He had 8 points, 4 or 5 rebounds. He did all right. I'm proud of DJ Wagner. Hey, all of them played good. Zero wasn't in the game, and I appreciate the win. And we're going to keep moving. Me and my big buddy had some good seats. Couldn't beat those the ones we had.
How was the atmosphere there?
I ran into a lot of
pretty
good people.
crowd?
I saw again, like I always do. What do you say, Big C?
No, that was Matt. He said, "How's the atmosphere? How was it?"
Oh man, it was almost like when Saturday's game, man. It was man. It was
vibrant.
It was exciting. It was electric. It was.
There we go.
It was. Oh, I would say probably 16,000, 17,000 was in there again. That's good for a Wednesday night. Coach Calipari said it was going to take to February. He was right. I got to give it to him. He was right, man.
How do you think they
we
go
got
their
one more
next three?
game. What do you say?
How do you think we do our final three? You think we can win 2 of these next 3 and get to 8 conference wins?
I think we can win 2 out of 3. We can win all of them. It just depends, man. It really depends on. Hey, man. We definitely need to attack the goal. That's where we win the ball games at. And Davis, man, I ain't gonna criticize Davis too much, but Davis is not a good ball handler. And I've watched him all season. He is not good on laying the ball off the glass. He's 6'4". I don't know. It's kind of like a lazy layup, and he takes too long to put it up there instead of get up there and do it. And he get it blocked a lot. And then when he do hit it off the glass, it's not in the square, and he misses it. It's always almost close.
But he's got to. What do you think? I see what you're saying, but he's got to attack because he's our best free throw shooter.
Well, I understand that too. Calipari, he did a lot of he was putting them in, taking them out, being Doug. I'm like, okay, well, Brazil got to go in, and Brazil will go in. Actually, I was calling some plays up there where we was, and Coach was calling when he does. Yep. He was calling them. Yes. But he played chess, and he did really well because he had the shepherdless players around, the ones that we had. And he did good. And Davis can shoot free throws really well. But Big Z can shoot too now. Matt, don't leave him out.
I'm with you. I like Big Z.
Yeah, Big Z is box office. He's baby box office right now, but he's going to be box office, man.
I think he's our best pro prospect.
Oh, man. Yeah.
If you're Big Z, don't you do dribbling drills every day? Like here's the thing with Big Z, he doesn't know how to dribble. Every time he gets going in motion, it's a turnover. It's like you can't pass him the ball while he's running. You can't really have him in like he can spot up and stuff. So it's like, bro, every day I'd be doing ball handling drills every single day just to get your eye-hand coordination up a little bit.
It's gonna take him some.
He's a baby.
Get with some pro prospect, Matt. He need to get with some big man pro prospect over the summer, and work on his steps and stuff. But he's definitely gonna be really good in the NBA. And that boy Trey Johnson, Lynx Academy, I remember him. I remember when I saw him, I'm like, man, I remember him. Lynx Academy came to Northside, and I watched a lot of them guys play. One is playing for North Carolina right now. I took a picture of all of them. I got a picture of all of them guys. I said, y'all stay right here. Let me get a picture of y'all because y'all all going to be something. I already know. And that boy, Trey Johnson's nice. He's nice. What do you think about – and he's a freshman. What do you think about him, Matt? We need to get him on the portal.
Baby Steph, man. I can't say enough good things
Let's
about
him. Yeah, we need to get him on the portal, man. But, man, I enjoyed the game, man. You know, this is a hobby for me going to games. I work hard. I'm a hard worker, and I go to games, and that's just the way it is, man. And I want us to win. When we go to bowl games, it's a vacation for me, and that's the way it is. I think Coach Calipari's doing a great job, and I think we're going to be really, really good next year with these recruits we got coming in. We got this big guard, 6'6", what's his name?
Nick Ament.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. We're gonna be all right, and hopefully everybody gonna hang around. You don't think everybody gonna hang around? Who you think leaving, Matt? Just
I think Carter Knox is coming back. I think your boy Billy Richmond's coming back. I think Jonas Edu is coming back with what happened with his foot. If I mean, you're looking at this group as far as who's a first-round pick off this team. I don't see a first-round pick on this team. Like, if people say Boogie's a first-round pick, I'm like, okay, when he's 24, yeah, he might be able to lead an NBA franchise. He's 17, 18 years old. He's a baby. He needs weight room. He's got skills. I'm not saying he doesn't have skills. He just needs 6 years before he's doing. You look at this team. Nobody's going to an NBA team and helping somebody. I think they should all come back.
Right, and they get money in Fayetteville, so just get that money You know, enjoy the college life. Like I told my son today when I picked him up, I said, man, enjoy your high school days, because every day you do something, it ain't going to never be like that again. Just enjoy it. Because when you get my age, you're going to get older, you're going to wish you could go back and do it again. But you can't, so enjoy it. Okay, I'm pulling up at 2415 Million Jasco Graphics. Y'all know it. I pay for my commercials, so I can say it. 2415 Million, the one-stop shop. I'm pulling up. I love y'all. I'll get back with y'all later, man.
Love
y'all
you,
have
Cecil.
a great night.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Cecil. We'll go to another caller real quick, and we'll go to a break. Dwayne in Greenwood. What's up, Dwayne?
Well, it's just great after following Cecil, my man Cecil. But Matt, first of all, Matt, you're my favorite Razorback football player of all time.
Thank you.
Tonight was a great win. They've got to beat South Carolina on Saturday.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy.
If they were to lose that game, it would be an absolute resume killer.
You're right, exactly.
What's that? It'd be 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Yeah, you gotta beat South Carolina. I'm 100% with you.
I think, you know, Joe Lenardi and all them say you get to 17 wins and you're in. But if you lose to South Carolina, that would absolutely kill their resume. But like tonight, like Cecil said, Bazile, all the people just totally downing him all the time. He stepped up tonight. It was a great win tonight and everything. But they got to beat South Carolina, and I think they stayed at home. I think they're a lock and they're in.
Dwayne, you're exactly right, man. You know, even though it's a road game in the SEC, you can't afford to lose it just because of how bad, you know, record-wise South Carolina is. I mean, they may be better than what their record shows, but they've got one win to show for it this year in the SEC, and doesn't matter how good they play or whatever, Arkansas is going to have to play well to win that game, and it will not be a cupcake, that's for sure. And then if you're able to get that win, you got at Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. I don't think any of those would be necessarily a bad. Well, Mississippi State at home would probably be a bad loss, but if you're able to beat South Carolina and get one of your next two, I think you've done enough. But we'll just have to see. All right, we'll take a break, and we want to hear more from the callers. If you got any thoughts, 877-377-6963. It's Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Buffington Homes. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyer's has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyer's and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyer's, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith, or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Novo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
Central Hydraulic in Fort Smith, the work doesn't just stop when the temperature drops. We're your go-to service provider. Be sure to prep your machine and stay ahead of the frost and costly damage. Still using summer oil? Winter-friendly oil is the weapon your machine needs. Be sure to get an oil change. Check your hydraulic fluid, fuel prep, and battery check. For all these services needed in the cold weather months, come see Central Hydraulic for all your hydraulic needs at 6104 Highway 271 South or call at 479-646-0571. Central Hydraulic, your service provider.
I'm new in town, but not new to Oklahoma law. Hi, I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. I've been licensed to practice law in Oklahoma for 13 years, so it was time to put down some roots. Smack dab across from the Sequoia County Courthouse in Sallisaw. We offer low flat fees and payment plans to fit every budget. So if you need a lawyer, drop by, check us out online, or call us at 918-238-2363. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear?
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
A new era of chicken is here to stay, and it's not your parents' poultry. The Cantina Chicken menu from Taco Bell is slow roasted and perfectly seasoned. Take it tacoed up in a crispy white corn tortilla with cheese inside and out, or wrapped in a burrito with fresh purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. However you like it, you'll never chicken the same way again. Get yours today at your nearest Taco Bell and join rewards to earn free food. Available at participating stores. Rewards points are earned on qualifying purchases. All items while supplies last. Subject to terms.
Are you an angler having trouble finding all the bait, tackle, and more for your fishing needs? Make Awake Bait and Tackle, now located in Fort Smith next to Witts Marine on North 11th Street, is your place. Make Awake Bait and Tackle also has the largest selection of plastics in the River Valley. Reactor Innovation, Bobby Garland, Zoom, Mega Bass, and more. Check out the Daiwa Rod and Reels. Make Awake Bait and Tackle, 803 North 11th Street at Fort Smith, 479-926-9320. Also get your rod and reels repaired. Come see us next to Witts Marine at Make Awake Bait and Tackle.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
They bounce it low to Adu. The Aggies double. Hogs reverse it. Left side. Knocks it up.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Wagner ahead to Richmond. Billy with a throwdown.
Hog Reaction is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. This is Hog Reaction.
Picks up the dribble, needs some help. Somebody's got to come to DJ. Bounces it to Adu. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Inside, Wagner, and he lays it in. DJ from Adu hogs up 5 with a minute to play. Second one by Zavonimir, no good. Kaluma with a rebound. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Johnson at the logo fires a 3, no good at the horn. Arkansas wins. The Razorbacks win it. 86-81 in overtime, a hard-earned victory over the Texas Longhorns and a season sweep of the Burnt Orange.
It was definitely a hard-earned victory tonight, 86-81 as you heard the call there with Chuck and Z. Matt, I tell you what, there were some great games tonight in the conference, some of which kind of were some of note. Arkansas at this point of the year, you're worried about yourself first, getting wins, of course, but there's other teams you're kind of looking at in the conference, and you've got Vanderbilt on your schedule, and tonight they were able to get a huge win on the road at Texas A&M.
Man, yeah, there was some big wins. You look at that Vanderbilt A&M game. Games decided by 2 points. What an even first half, 34-32, and then second half, both teams scored 52 points. Big time right there. Yeah, we got Vandy coming up. You know what A&M is. They're kind of a brash bruiser type of team. Vanderbilt's a little different than that. And then, Auburn, class is permanent. They're the class right now. They're the cream of the crop. No question about it.
Did you see that coming, a 30-point win over Ole Miss? I mean, I know Auburn's
Ole Miss
good.
Isn't any good.
I know Auburn's good. I just did. Yeah, you're right. Ole Miss is, kind of fluctuated this season. They kind of got hot early, and don't get me wrong, they're still a good team, and they're going to make the tournament. They're not ranked anymore, but they're 19-9 overall, and Auburn's 26-2. Auburn's kind of just, it looks like sometimes they're just kind of going in slow motion, and then they turn it on. They've got really good pieces, and when they're clicking, it's really hard to beat them.
Yeah, Janai Broom showing why he's going to be SEC Player of the Year.
Yeah, the veteran leadership they've got on that team, and obviously a good coach in Bruce Pearl. But tonight, it's Arkansas with the win, 86-81. And we mentioned Vanderbilt earlier. You still got them left. A team you beat in Kentucky. You want them really to keep winning. And tonight, they narrowly defeated Oklahoma at Oklahoma, 83-82. They've got like 3 of their starters out, and still got enough firepower in that offense to put up some points. And Oklahoma is one of those teams that's on the bubble. They're 17-11, just like Arkansas. They obviously beat Arkansas this year, but so that was actually good for Arkansas. Oklahoma lost tonight. And Vanderbilt, if you're able to beat Vanderbilt, that win is gonna look even better on the road tonight. And Matt, you mentioned player of the game earlier, and in a game like this, it's kind of hard to pick one. But who would you say is your player of the game tonight?
The player of the game tonight, you got to tip your hat to Wagner and what he's been doing. But I'm going to go out there and say it's Trevin Brazile. Mm-hmm. He started it off the right way. A lot of doubters out there, a lot of people, and maybe even himself. If you're Trevin Brazile and you've seen yourself play the last 3 games, you got to kind of be doubting a little bit as well. So he shut all that noise out. He went out. His teammates believed in him. He believed in himself. Trevin Brazile, no question about it. He would get my player of the game.
And it's interesting you say that, Matt, because I'm one of those people that maybe thought he was still kind of trying to overcome his injury, kind of playing a little bit, cautious and all that. But I think when you play for limited minutes a game, you probably don't play with the same. Well, unless you're Billy Richmond. Billy Richmond gives 100%, but Brazile seemed more locked in tonight. Like he went into the game probably knowing he was going to play a lot more, and he knew he would have to step up. And it was good to see that because, like you said, he put my doubts behind me because I know he's capable now. He can do it all when he's locked in, and he's a lethal 3-point shooter. I mean, to have a guy that size that can stretch the floor is huge, and he's just really athletic, and he can contest shots and block shots, and obviously he's a threat. He had a nice alley-oop tonight. I mean, that was really cool to see. And the overtime period, I want to talk about that play, the Texas player fouling Adu. I don't know if it was intentional, but it kind of looked that way, and they ended up calling it an intentional foul. I don't know that it would have mattered. Adu would have been at the line with 2 free throws regardless, but Arkansas was able to shoot free throws and get the ball, which pretty much iced the game and kind of took the took the air out of Texas's sails. But Adu going to the line, knocking down 2 free throws. I want to talk about him a little bit because he's a guy that at the beginning of the season I thought was going to be a huge part of this team's success. I mean, Cal even said it, if you don't have a post presence, you're a fraud. And, you know, as good as Big Z is, I don't think he is a typical, you know, he's not really, he's kind of like a Dirk Nowitzki type player. I mean, he's tall, he can block shots, but I don't know that is what you can expect from him the entire game. But I mean, he's playing above his head right now, and it'd be nice to. I mean, him and Adu and Big Z were out on the floor a lot tonight together, and when they're both out there, it's really hard for the other team to get buckets in the paint.
Collective effort, no question about it. That's what it's going to have to be from here on out. If you're only 7 deep, everybody's going to have to play C+ or better, and I think every single player played C+ or better. You look at their percentages. You know, Big Z almost 50%, Carter Knox 50%, Trevin Brazile way over 50%. Janelle Davis is never going to be 50%. We just live with that. DJ Wagner, same thing. He's so aggressive, but he's that's just about what he is right now. Billy Richmond almost 50%, Jonas Adu over 50% shooting from the field. So that's a handful of players right there. Just being very efficient. Shot 46% as a team, and dude, 53% from the 3-point line. I mean, if somebody would have said that, you know, a month ago that this team would be making free throws and making 3-pointers, you would have called them a liar. So the team's been working on it, and they've been doing their thing. And it's not about how good you are in December or January, and this team's starting to peak at the right time.
Yeah, they're getting hot at the right time, Matt, and a stat that kind of catches my eye. Arkansas
and
led.
Texas is garbage, so
yeah.
let's be careful about saying how good we are because Texas isn't beating anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the same thing, Matt, like throughout the game, and I still don't think they're very good. I mean, they kind of go as 20 goes, Trey Johnson. If he's hitting shots, obviously when a guy puts up nearly 40 points, you're going to be in the game. And, you know, he's just that type of player. And Brazile, I think, kind of set the tone for Arkansas shooting the 3-pointer. I mean, shooting over 50% tonight was huge. And, you know, you led by 12 at half, and you were outscored by 12 in the second half. Overtime, you outscored Texas 17-12. And it was you led for almost 39 minutes, and Texas led for 5 minutes. You attempted 31 free throws. Anytime you can attempt 30-plus free throws, I think that is a recipe for success. Texas only had 13, but they don't really have a lot of guys that can drive it. I think we did a really good job defending without fouling for the most part tonight, and it was just a good effort. I mean, a lot of people probably thought going into this game without Adu Thiero, it would just be really tough to win. I thought we would do well, and, you know, for the first half, it looked like it was going to be a runaway, and it just ended up kind of getting close at the end. But it was an exciting finish, Matt, and there's a lot of basketball left to play. It's just more fun when Arkansas is in March Madness, and I think, you know, they're starting to kind of peak at the right time, like you said, and it'll be interesting to see how they finish this thing out because, you know, these next 3 games are going to be tough. And, you know, beating Vanderbilt, you got to start with South Carolina. You got to go on the road and get a win. But beating Vanderbilt would really improve this team's seeding. I think that's a big win you need to get. And Vanderbilt's Vanderbilt basketball is really they're playing well this year. I mean, 19-9, and, you know, they got Texas A&M tonight, so that's a big win for them. And Arkansas is going to have to be on their A game. And I think, you know, South Carolina is going to be tough. I mean, the same team that you played tonight lost by 15 at South Carolina, so we know kind of what we're up against. You just got to play really well and stay out of foul trouble. I think this team is going to be more athletic than South Carolina, but it just kind of, you know, sometimes athleticism doesn't always win the game, Matt.
It's nice to win. Everything's a little bit easier. You get to practice a little bit earlier. You get your treatment. You get up some more shots. This is it. I mean, this is why you came to Arkansas to play big time college basketball, to play this SEC schedule, to get an NCAA tournament, and make a run. I mean, it's this is it, and you're just proud of this group of guys that they're finally kind of figuring it out. And again, I'm not that big of a believer in Texas, and our schedule's a little easier than it was in the middle of the season, no question about it. But there's a couple good teams left. Vandy and Mississippi State are both tournament teams. Go beat another tournament team. How many tournament teams has this Arkansas team beat this year? We've only beat a couple of them. I know Michigan's one of them. Missouri's one of them. So you beat a couple teams that are going to go to Kentucky. You beat some teams that are going to go dancing. You get two more opportunities. South Carolina. What's your song by your boy Billy Idol, Dancing with Herself? That's what they're doing for the rest of the season, no question about it. But Vanderbilt and Mississippi State are going to the big dance. So go improve your resume. Those are the opportunities in front of you.
Austin from Fort Smith says, how many free throws did Texas shoot? They shot 13 tonight, and you went into overtime. So definitely Arkansas was the more aggressive team, and maybe a little bit of that was, being at home, getting the whistle. But I just think that's kind of Arkansas's identity is getting to the free throw line. But when they're on, it's hard to beat them because Arkansas's got some 3-point shooters, and tonight the 3-ball was falling. You shot over 50%, so you'll take that every time, Matt. And if you got a comment or question, you can call us in at 877-377-6963 as Arkansas with the win tonight, 86-81 over the Texas Longhorns. We got about 30 minutes or so left if you want to get in with us. It's Hog Reaction. Matt Jones, Christian Johnston here with you. We're presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Buffington Homes.
Listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
Looking for a new home in the heart of Northwest Arkansas? Head to the Cottage at the Park. These beautiful homes by Buffington have direct access to a 120-acre park and offer maintenance-free yards. That means free time can be spent watching the hogs, traveling, playing in the park, or just enjoying a weekend without yard work. For relaxed living at its finest, Cottage at the Park is the best move you'll make. Visit BuffingtonHomesAR.com/hogradio for details.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Novo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
It's the Salesman Showdown at Harry Robinson's. Saddle Ford. Troy's got his staff competing with each other for great prizes for them. Here's the best deal for you out there listening. Matching down payments and up to $13,000 off during Truck Month on Ford F-150s.
Yes, and Tommy, that's not all that we have going on. The new Expeditions, the 24s that we have left in stock, up to $10,000. We've only got 2 of those left. These 24 F-150s are up to $13,000 off of MSRP, and we're going to match your down payment of up to $1,500. So take advantage of it. Right now is the time to buy.
And Expeditions, if you need a full-size SUV to haul the family, haul whatever, these Expeditions are deeply discounted.
Yes, and not only are they discounted, we're going to match your down payment of up to $1,500. So your $1,500 now turns into $3,000.
Matching down payments up to $1,500. It's the Salesman Showdown. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw.
Are you a gamer, working from home, a family with lots of connected devices? Ozarks Go offers faster speeds, better connections, and more reliability. Leave your frustration and buffering from your current provider and get Ozarks Go. Ozarks Go provides real, affordable broadband internet to homes and businesses in Northwest Arkansas. Ready to get the best? Then go to ozarksgo.net and sign up now. Don't wait any longer. Faster speeds, better connections, and more reliability. Visit ozarksgo.net today.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Happy New Year from Sharp Equipment. Come on over to the new Sharp Equipment today and explore what all Sharp has to offer. From our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer to customized hydraulic and industrial hoses, equipment repairs, and as a Cinnabogan authorized service provider, we're able to offer even more. Stop in to check out the new location at 5608 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-649-0500 to see how at Sharp Equipment we help you move more than just the world. We help you move forward. Sharp Equipment, your Wacker Newson dealer.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
They bounce it low to Adu. The Aggies double. Hogs reverse it. Left side. Knocks it up.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Wagner ahead to Richmond. Billy with a throwdown.
Hog Reaction is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. This is Hog Reaction.
Arkansas gets the win 86-81 tonight in overtime against the Texas Longhorns. And as we kind of look ahead now, you got the South Carolina Gamecocks in front of you on Saturday. And Saturday is going to be a big-time day of college basketball, some great matchups. And we may get into some of those later on. But, you know, South Carolina's a team this year that's, you know, probably they are the worst team in the conference. And, you know, saying that, Matt, they're still a team that's plenty good enough to beat you, especially on their home floor. And they've almost beaten a couple quality teams this year, and they ended up beating Texas in their last matchup. Missouri 30-pieced them the other night, but that was at Missouri. So this team is kind of seems like they're a different team at home, maybe.
Maybe so. I haven't seen South Carolina play a whole lot this year. I don't really like to watch bad basketball. Same thing with bad soccer. I don't like to do that either. But I don't know. I know South Carolina that they'll be gunning for you. You know, they'll think they have a chance. That's for sure.
Yeah, and Matt, I watched them play Kentucky earlier in the season, and that's the only time I've watched any of their games. And you're exactly right. I mean, they don't shoot the ball well. I mean, they've got one player inside that's kind of a matchup nightmare for just about anybody, just his size. And He's kind of crafty. It kind of reminds me of
Remind you the
Zach
guy
Randolph.
from North Carolina from last year, Baycott. Is
Yeah.
that kind of who he reminds you of, the kid at South Carolina? Yeah, he's just kind of a big bruiser, but kind of athletic, a little bit nimble.
Yeah, he can
You're
create
going to have
space,
to account
yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Yeah, and Jonas Adu is, I think, going to be big in that game, just kind of to help match the physicality a little bit. And tonight you were able to get a win without Adu Thiero, and obviously we don't know anything further other than it was a knee injury is what they said, and he's getting that looked at. So that could be who knows how long he'll be out. But if let's just say, Matt, that this 7-guy rotation is something that Arkansas is going to have to kind of live with the rest of this season. I don't want to think about that yet. I mean, obviously we don't know the extent of his injury, but that's something that's, likely that's something that's possible. And when you've only got 7 guys, you got to have them all going, and you definitely can't afford another injury. I know Big Z at one point tonight, just late in the game, was kind of holding his back. I don't know if that's just the product of playing a lot of minutes or what, but hopefully, he gets that healed up for Saturday for sure, because, I mean, I know it's South Carolina, but, I mean, you've got to have everybody. You've got to have everybody playing.
So when you have a smaller team, when you have 7 guys, everybody has to be selfless. You have to play for your teammate. You have to play for your brother. You have to make the right play. You have to be selfless the entire time, because you can't have unforced errors. You can't have, I want to do this because nope. You just got to keep making the right basketball play, be together as a team, be efficient. That's what you can't make it harder on you than what it has to be. And that's what the Hogs did to the Longhorns. They made it harder for them to get easy buckets, especially early. 20 got going late, and when you let him get a couple easy ones, he got going. But for the most part, the Hogs made it difficult for him. And that's what you got to make sure you do on the defensive side. Defense will travel, but you got to keep playing for each other and keep being efficient like they were. And you're not going to play a lot of teams that are as bad as Texas, though, going forward. Like to get into when you get to the NCAA tournament, you're probably going to play a team better than Texas.
So, to your point, Matt, tonight, despite the team effort, like you said, it almost wasn't enough. I mean, I think if you've got 5 guys in double figures, the chances of winning go up, but I still think Nelly Davis, going to have to get more from him. We know Big Z can score. He's going to put up points every game. Nelly Davis is another guy that's going to have to do that. I thought he did a nice job kind of setting the tone, but it seems like, he'll hit a couple shots and he'll kind of, divert to everybody else. And tonight that seemed to work, but against a team maybe that you're maybe not quite as good as, I mean, you're going to have a guy kind of do what Trey Johnson did for Texas. You're going to have a guy kind of go off. And, I think about that Vanderbilt game on the road. That's going to be a tough one. You'd like to see somebody like Nelly maybe put up a 30-point game or something and kind of balance everything out.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I like Nelly's game today. I think I have to disagree with pretty much everything you said right there. I think Nelly should get no more than 4 3-pointers a game. I don't want Nelly ever leading the team in scoring. The 9 shots is enough for him. Love the fact that he shot 8 free throws. Get to the foul line, Nelly. That's his best thing. Yeah. I would give him 1 3-pointer every 10 minutes, and if you make one, you get another one. So that's your limit on threes. I don't want to see him shooting a lot of threes. Nelly, the way he went about it tonight, playing defense, he's a mad scientist on the defensive end. We all get caught up on the arcade on what he's doing on the offensive side, but no. I don't want him shooting the ball more than 9 times a game.
And somebody that's not afraid to shoot the ball is Big Z tonight, and he can knock down some threes. I mean, he's a guy that he may miss a couple, but he's eventually going to hit one. And it seems like he's got the confidence no matter where he's at on the floor or If there's somebody in front of him, he's just going to pull up. And if he ever touches the ball off of like a pick and roll, he's more than likely going to shoot it.
Yeah, he's got to do dribbling drills, man. Anytime he gets sped up, anytime he gets moving, trying to get in a pick and pop, a pick and roll, like he can do that if he's spotting up to shoot a three. But if it's continuing on, it's a turnover. I think he had 3 of his turnovers or so. That's what he was doing. So just eye-hand coordination, kind of picking your body up with your legs. I mean, think about being 7 foot and trying to run like that. So you get it, do ladder drills, the things you can do. You see what makes him kind of uncomfortable. So keep doing some eye-hand coordination and keep doing that, because your turnovers the last few games, especially tonight, they're kind of the same way every time.
All right, if you want to call in and give us your thoughts, 877-377-6963. It's Christian Johnston here with Matt Jones, bringing you Hog Reaction following a big-time win tonight for the Razorbacks over the Texas Longhorns. You're 2-0 against your rival, and kind of makes up for that football loss a little bit. I know you played them tough, but anytime you can beat the Texas Longhorns twice in the same season, it's really nice. And Matt, we were kind of talking about on halftime, some of the games that this team has had, Texas and Arkansas, the rivalry. And tonight has to rank up there as one of the best. I mean, it just seemed like this game had it all. I mean,
there was theater.
Yeah, there was a lot of it.
There was a little bit of drama. Hogs played with the lead the entire game. It was kind of the opposite of what was that game against the Hurricanes when we played we kind of did. That's what I kind of had flashbacks when Texas was coming back. You're thinking, and it'd be easy. It'd be easy to fold when you have a 12-point lead the entire game. Then all of a sudden you're down 1 or 3 or 6, or it goes to overtime and you start to press. And this Hog team didn't. So I think they're growing up. I think that's what we've been seeing this entire year. They're growing up right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I was kind of sitting here towards the end of the game watching it when Texas went up by 1, and man, I was thinking this one's going to hurt. If we lose this game, I don't know how you recover from this. You definitely have to win out if you would have lost the game tonight, but luckily we're not thinking about that. This team really, I don't think it matters where they play. I think they're just, and Big Z kind of talked about that, they just play fearless. If you play fearless, it doesn't matter where you play, because this team really had a shot to beat Auburn, the number 1 team in the country, on the road. Now, Auburn may have been overlooking them a little bit, or whatever the case was. They had just beaten Alabama, but still, I mean, this team is really talented, and that was a game where Big Z didn't give you anything offensively. Tonight, he gave you 18 points, and it was enough for the win. All right. Again, we've got one more segment on Hog Reaction. We're going to wrap this thing up. You got time to call in if you want to, 877-377-6963. It's Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Buffington Homes. Stay with us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home, quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air, and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
The Great American Conference Basketball Championships are coming to Fort Smith, March 6th through the 9th at Fort Smith Southside High School. See the best men's and women's teams in the GAC battle it out for an automatic bid into the NCAA Division II tournament. Get your tickets and more information for the Great American Conference Tournament at greatamericanconference.com. It's the GAC Basketball Championships, March 6th through the 9th in Fort Smith at Southside High School.
Hey, Todd Richardson for Jim. They have several locations in the Arkansas area, but I specifically want to talk to you about Jim Mart number 10. Great deli. My goodness. Great lunch, great dinner. But have you had the breakfast yet? It's the best in town. And they have that convenient drive-through window. So when you're heading north or south on 540, take exit number 6 for Jim Mart number 10. 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. Jim, the leading gas station and convenience store in the area.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561. Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Old Man Winter is here, bringing cold, nasty weather. And Jelco Outdoors has all the gear to keep you warm and dry. Insulated coats, jackets, overalls, coveralls, thermal socks, and gloves for kids up to men's 4X. Jelco Outdoors has the largest selection of winter boots in the River Valley to keep your feet warm and dry. Need a portable heater? Jelco has plenty of Mr. Heater portable propane heaters and accessories. Come see us at Jelco Outdoors. Stay safe and stay warm this winter. Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith, your cold weather store.
They bounce it low to Adu. The Aggies double. Hogs reverse it. Left side. Knocks it up.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Wagner ahead to Richmond. Billy with a throwdown.
Hog Reaction is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. This is Hog Reaction.
One final segment here on Hog Reaction as Arkansas has gotten another win, and it came in overtime tonight, 86-81 over the Texas Longhorns. Despite a nearly 40-point effort by Trey Johnson, kind of reminded me of Kevin Durant a little bit. Not quite as tall as Durant.
Who's his body type? Yeah, because he's built more like a Steph Curry. You know, they used to have a little point guard there named TJ Ford that would be kind of smaller, but those are two totally different type of players. But he was pure.
Yeah, I think I saw something where he tied Kevin Durant's. Kevin Durant put up 39 for Texas, which I think was the most by any player. But yeah, I mean, he was just. There's been some players kind of go off at Bud Walton Arena and. Trey Johnson, we know he's capable of it, and he kept Texas in the game, and it kind of seemed like Texas, like you said, was just kind of sleepwalking, and really they just weren't making shots, and Trey Johnson he was the only one making shots for him tonight as Arkansas got the win. We'll talk about maybe some of the top 25 scores from today. I know Michigan State got a pretty entertaining win against Maryland. It took a half-court three-point shot for them to win in that game, and Michigan State is number 8 in the country, and that's a team that with Izzo as their coach is not a team you want to play in March.
Man, talk about a veteran. Talk about a guy that's been there. If you were gonna say, Mount Rushmore of college basketball coaches right now, I think Arkansas has one of them on John Calipari. I think he would be up there. I think Tom Izzo would be another guy that you would be like that. That's up there. I could even put Kelvin Sampson up there if we want to be real as far as guys that I like and guys that what they're doing at the coaching level. But Tom Izzo's he's had all the success that you can have, man. He's as scary as they get. Who would be your fourth? Who would be your four top college coaches in the game right now?
Well, I was going to talk about St. John's and Rick Pitino. What about him?
Pitino.
Yeah, Rick Pitino is a guy that has got a lot of pedigree. You say that name, people know exactly who you're talking about. He's still doing it, man. He is. We know him from the Kentucky days, and where do you coach at Louisville as well? He was a good coach for the Louisville Cardinals, but right now he's got St. John's, number 7 in the country. They're 25-4, and that's another team that you could see them make a Final Four. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people pick that to happen, but man, I tell you what, just the way they're playing right now, it looks like they can beat anybody.
Who we got? We'll have to do lunch. We'll have to do a little show bet or whatever to see who for the March Madness, because that's the best. That's the best 48 hours, right? Or is it 96 hours? We're going 4 days where you're saying until your bracket's busted, you either make it through those first 96 hours and you got hope for that next week, or you're done. You throw it in the cylinder.
And I know we're getting way ahead here. Let's just say Arkansas is going to make it in the tournament. Who is a team that, because you're going to be matched up with probably a 1 seed. Who's a team that you want Arkansas to avoid at all costs? Duke?
Absolutely. Duke and Auburn are the two best teams I've seen play college basketball this year. I'm sure there's a couple other ones that are going to be amazing. I don't believe in Florida. I mean, Florida can straight fill it up. I get that, but I think when it gets down to it, you got to get stops. I don't think Florida can stop anybody. When it gets down to it, I think Houston's real. Not really a believer in Tennessee. I like Alabama, but I don't. What are you going to do? And then I just haven't seen the other teams play enough that are up there. I like Michigan. The Hogs beat Michigan, but I think Michigan's they're a little bit different. But I think Auburn and Duke. I think those are the two best teams in the country.
Yeah, I do too, Matt. And, we're going to see probably a team that we don't expect in the Final Four. That's just how it goes. And, if you get hot at the right time, you never know. Arkansas could be that team, but that's wishful thinking. Reaper and Kibler says his college Mount Rushmore is Bill Self, Coach Calipari, Izzo, and Danny Hurley. Danny Hurley's an interesting character, man. Have you seen the way he's, acted this season on the sidelines? He kind of gets really riled up. And that's not really something I noticed of him, years prior. It seems like he was a lot more, humble. I mean, I know he kind of has reason to be cocky right now with coming off of back-to-back national titles, but I don't, we talk about how hard it is to three-peat, and, UConn's a team that I guess could get hot, but it just, from what I've seen this year, they don't seem like the same teams that have won championships these last 2 years.
They had some bigs. They had that big the year before, Klingon, and then Donovan and Klingon was the guy that would come in a little bit, and then now he's gone. Talk about dodging a bullet. The LA Lakers totally got that right with JJ Redick. There was a lot of people that were, hateful about that decision or knocking on Dan Hurley for not taking that job. But man, it couldn't have gone any better for Redick and the Lakers and them, and Dan Hurley showing his ass that that I don't think it would have went well if he would have went to LA. I think he's a college coach only.
Yeah, I think his ego is way too big, because You know, when you're
How do you say, hey, Baldy, when you're bald? You can't use your own thing again. That doesn't even work. You got to be more clever than that. I mean,
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think his ego is way too big, and you know, you're on LA. You've got LeBron James and Luka there. Nobody's there for you. I mean,
that Luka thing doesn't happen if Reddick's not there. Like that wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It would be.
yeah, because you know, Reddick and Luka actually played on the same team in Dallas when Reddick was still playing. So that's another interesting thing. Yeah, we'll talk about that game real quick, and then we'll kind of wrap things up. I've kind of shied away from this, but you know, the other night when Luka and the Mavs kind of were going at it, you know, LA got the win and all, but man, right now it kind of looks like Luka's on a mission, and if the Lakers can get things, you know, keep things going, I mean, they're going to be a dangerous team. Luka's really good, and obviously you've got LeBron and some nice pieces on that team. Austin Reeves, I just think they're going to be a tough team in the playoffs. But you know, I am kind of still a Mavericks fan. If I have to pick a team, I guess it would be the Mavericks, and you know, they're missing 3 guys right now that would really help them. Gafford being one of them. But tonight, Arkansas with the win over the Texas Longhorns, and it's always sweet when you can beat a team twice, especially if it's Texas. And I know it's late tonight, but it's been a fun show, breaking it all down. This was one game where you definitely had a lot to talk about, Matt, and I wasn't so sure. You know, early in the game, I was like, man, this will just be kind of easy peasy, but little did I know this thing was going to go into overtime, and there would be a lot of dramatics. And the fans there tonight were awesome and kind of led this team past the finish line tonight. Any final thoughts on the game, Matt?
proud of these guys. I mean, 100% effort. No, you know, it's not like the NBA where you can go make a trade or go get somebody. The guys they have in the locker room, that's it. These 7 guys, and even the guys that aren't playing, you know, they got to practice, and they're keeping these guys up to date and rebounded for them. So it's a total team effort. But that's how it's going to look. I mean, and who knows what's going on with 3, you know, best wishes for him.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just proud of him. I mean, anytime you can get a victory, it's not, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. These games are hard. I've played SEC basketball before. It's hard to get wins, and you got to fight and scrap and claw and do whatever you can. And so, hey, woo pig suey.
Woo Pig Suey as Arkansas wins tonight, 86-81 over the Texas Longhorns. It's been a fun show. Christian Johnston and Matt Jones bringing you Hog Reaction.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
Got me really hot, so cool that one down.